add of living fences, like what you see. In this video, I'm going to share the various living fences that we have and how they work for us. So fencing your farm is one of the key things to ensure security on the farm, but it can be pretty costly to secure the whole of it. Now, the more effective and efficient way of doing it, producing even much better results, is making a living fence. A living fence is a good option because first, it's environmentally friendly. They are simply plants that you're growing on the boundary of the land, so they don't do any harm to the land. But also economically viable. It's cheap. It's literally a fraction of how much it would cost you to build a brick fence or to put there a chain link fence. Let's see what this looks like on the farm. This is a corn plant, or what is called locally in Uganda oluwanyi or omulamula. It is the primary plant that we use for making live fences, and we use it in two locations: for the boundaries of the land, but also to partition the land into different sections for different farm activities. So what you see here are part of the partitions that separate the land into different portions. This particular partition separates the moringa garden above from what would be the rabbit house right below it, and then this partition separates the coffee, like you see on the left, which is the upper end of the hill, from the lower portion that will have the garden with raised beds. So these partitions are really spread across the entire farm to separate it into different partitions for different farm activities. So here you can see one of the boundaries, which has the corn plant primarily reinforced with barbed wire. But we do not plant the corn plant alone at the boundaries. We add some extra plants. So right here you can see the partition within the land having only the corn plant, while if you look at the corn plant at the boundaries, there is barbed wire to reinforce it, but there are also other plants, and we shall delve into the how and why in the next video. For now, let's just do a quick tour of the different plants that we have making the living fence. So moving to a different portion of the fence where we have the poultry. Now we could not use barbed wire here because we needed to urgently restrain the movement of the birds, and we could not wait for the living fence to grow. So we used the chain link. On the upper part of the chain link, we used bamboo to work as the living fence. And you can see here we have the smaller invasive running type of bamboo, which is a common one in the city areas. I'm sure most of us have seen this around and may even have it in our compounds already. So what we are using on the upper end, some of it died in this area, but some is really picking up. That middle one is really young. We just replaced it. So on the downer end, we have the golden bamboo. This is much bigger, the clamping type of bamboo, and it's really beautiful. This is a little bit older and it's already providing a shade. And you can see here it's right close to the ponds, but also closer to the fence. And if you went right in, you can see the caliandra and bamboo now providing shade to the birds on the farm. You can see the chicken are right over there enjoying the shade, and the geese are also, having a feel of it, as well as the ducks. So literally all the birds on the farm are benefiting from the shade that is being provided by this living fence. Quite a beauty. Okay, so we are still having challenges with the turkeys running outside of the fence, and now we are just trying to bring them back. So there they go, just coming right in. Someone left the fence open, but essentially with our fence right now, they can't go out. So turning over to the other side, we can actually look at the other plant that we are using as a living fence. That is the finger euphorbia. We are trying to tame this so that it grows through the chain link and makes a much thicker fence, and it's quite a good job on this side, so you can have a look at it. This really looks beautiful, quite reinforced and quite efficient on this lower end. I think this is really serving our purpose. On this side we have much younger finger euphorbia, but we hope that it will grow out. pretty well. Finger euphorbia is what we locally call Lukoni, and usually cattle keeping communities know this because they use it pretty much. This is the third plant that we are using, but as well we are planting alongside it caliandra because of the role that caliandra is playing to ensure that the fence comes out pretty well. So finally, we can look at the poles that we are using. You realize that for all the reinforcement that we are using on the living fences, whether we are using barbed wire or chain link, we are using poles that can actually grow into trees. And this is the Mutuba tree, which is the backcloth fig. It is the tree that is used to make the famous traditional backcloth. This tree is good because it can grow from poles, so you just plant a pole and then it throws out shoots. Given the benefits of the living fence as a farm, it's what we are doing, it's what we shall always do, because nature always wins.